Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2026 Special Olympics Wyoming State Summer Games. Please welcome walking to the stage our MC, the one and only Mr. Rulon Gardner. At this time, please join us in welcoming the teams participating in the 2026 State Summer Games. They'll be introduced by Gillette School athletes Alex Caldwell and Ryan Cecil. The teams are being escorted by law enforcement from Gillette and around the state of Wyoming.
Arapaho Unified. Arapaho Unified.
Bighorn number 1.
Bacon Empower.
Cody.
Fort Washakie. Fort Washakie. Fort Washakie.
Lander Masters.
Lander Valley Schools.
Mountain Rams.
Paramasters.
Riverton. WLOC. Bridger Valley.
Evanston.
Rocky Mountain Rebels.
Sublette County.
Sublette Independent. Life Skills.
Sublette Independent.
Sweetwater Vikings.
Teton Schools.
Teton Timberwolves.
Cheyenne.
Goshen County Masters.
Goshen County Masters. Goshen County Torrington.
Laramie Stampede. Douglas Jackalopes.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Douglas Schools.
Water, you want one?
Douglas Lusk.
Buffalo Schools.
County 3 Masters. Johnson County A Team.
I'll go grab one more for them.
Sheridan County Hot Shots.
County 3. County 3 Masters.
Johnson County A Team. Johnson County A Team.
Sheridan County Hot Shots.
Gillette Schools.
Gillette Masters.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for all of our athletes. Big round of applause. Now, if I could ask everybody to please rise for the presentation of the colors by the VFW Post 7756 and remain standing while the Campbell County High School plays the national anthem. After the anthem is over, please remain standing for the retiring of the colors by VFW Post 7756. Big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats if you would like. It is my pleasure to act as the Master of Ceremonies tonight. And for those of you that might not know me, my name is Josh McGrath. And I'd like to start by saying a special thanks to all of our donors, sponsors, and volunteers who made this event possible. We'd especially like to thank our major donors for this event who covered all of the meals. Cyclone Drilling, John and Derek Corkery. Give them a big round of applause. Also, thank you to our other major sponsors, Powder River Energy Corporation, Visit Gillette, and EOG Resources for their continued support of the State Summer Games. We'd also like to thank A&B Bank, Budget Blinds of Sheridan and Gillette, Butler Field Service, Pathfinder Inspections and Field Service, NAV Transitional Energy Company, and Action Energy Services. Their support is what makes these games possible. Thank you. And certainly I would be remiss if I didn't thank again the Campbell County High School Band under the great direction of Mr. One and Only Mr. Steve Oakley. Thank you for this evening. They had to put in a little overtime while we ran through a little audio issue, so thank you, Steve, appreciate you. And again, thank you for your support of Special Olympics, State Summer Games, and dedication to what makes this thing special. Now, please welcome Vice President of the Program of Special Olympics Wyoming, Amber Bliss, to the podium.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 2026 Special Olympics Wyoming State Summer Games. As Josh said, my name is Amber Bliss, and I'm the Vice President of Programs for Special Olympics Wyoming. You usually get to hear from Jen Haynes, our President and CEO, but she had cervical spine surgery a couple weeks ago and is still recovering. She wanted me to let you all know that she wishes you all the best and is sorry that she's missing these competitions. On behalf of Special Olympics Wyoming, it is my honor to stand before you tonight as we kick off one of our 4 annual statewide competitions. To our athletes, coaches, families, volunteers, and supporters, thank you for being here and being part of something truly special. Across Wyoming, thousands of athletes train year-round, building not just physical strength, but confidence, friendships, and a sense of belonging. And in the next few days, we get to witness the result of that hard work. We get to see personal bests, breakthrough moments, and kind of joy that reminds us of what sport is truly about. To all the athletes, you are the heart of these games and this organization. Everything we celebrate this week begins with you. Your dedication, your courage, your willingness to show up and work hard, give your best, they inspire all of us around you. You remind us of what true sportsmanship looks like. I saw a little bit of it today. You lift each other up, you celebrate one another's successes, and you face challenges with determination and pride. Whether it's your first competition or one of many, the effort you put in here matters. Thank you for inspiring us, for bringing energy and joy to these games, and for showing all of us what it means to be brave in the attempt. We are so proud of you, and we look forward to celebrating you all of this week. To the coaches, your impact goes far beyond the hardwood, pool, track, or platform. You are mentors, role models, and champions for your athletes every single day. You teach skills, yes, but most importantly, you teach confidence, resilience, and belief. You see potential where others may not, and you help bring it to life. Because of you, these athletes are not just prepared to compete, but are prepared for anything that life throws at you. So thank you all to the coaches. To the families, friends, and volunteers, we also thank you. Your support, encouragement, and dedication make this movement possible. You're the heart behind the scenes, and tonight we celebrate you as well. I'd also like to take a moment to thank the incredible staff of Special Olympics Wyoming. Events like this don't just happen. They're made possible by a dedicated team that's working hard behind the scenes every day, from organizing competitions and events, coordinating volunteers, to supporting athletes and growing programs across the state. Your impact is felt in every corner of these games, and because of your commitment, athletes across Wyoming have the opportunity to train, compete, and truly belong. Your passion and dedication are what bring this all to life, and I want to personally say thank you to all of the Special Olympics Wyoming staff. I also want to recognize our games management team. This group has spent hours planning, organizing, and ensuring every detail of this games comes together seamlessly. Your hard work has built the foundation for everything you will see this weekend, and I'm truly grateful. This is also an especially exciting time for Special Olympics Wyoming as we look forward to the 2026 Special Olympics USA Games. This June, thousands of athletes from across all 50 states will come together in Minnesota to compete on a national stage in one of the largest celebrations of inclusion in sport across the country. We're incredibly proud that 30 delegates from Wyoming, many here tonight, will be representing our state as part of Team Wyoming. Our athletes will carry with them the spirit, determination, and pride of every community represented here tonight. They're not just competing for medals, they represent what is possible when opportunity meets courage. Good luck, Team Wyoming. To close, I want to take a moment to remind everyone what makes Special Olympics so powerful. It reminds us of something simple yet profound. Everyone deserves a chance to compete, a chance to belong, a chance to be seen for their strengths, their abilities, and their potential. This week, we will cheer for victories, but we will also celebrate effort, perseverance, and the courage it takes to step onto the field. Because here, everyone is included, everyone is valued, and everyone has the opportunity to shine. So as we begin the 2026 Special Olympics Wyoming State Summer Games, let's bring energy, excitement, and spirit that make this community so extraordinary. Athletes go out there, compete with pride, support one another, and most of all, have fun. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Amber. I would now like to welcome the one and only. In the 2000 Olympics in Sydney, Rulon Gardner shocked the world when he defeated the previously unbeaten Russian Alexander Karelin after a devastating accident where he was lost in the Wyoming wilderness overnight, sopping wet. He moved past the amputation of a toe to win the Olympics bronze in Athens, where he ceremoniously retired from Greco-Roman wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and my privilege to introduce Olympic gold medalist, Mr. Rulon Gardner.
Thank you very much. It's such a pleasure to be here in Gillette. And if you haven't seen it, this is my Olympic gold medal. And this is what I won at the Olympics. But the reason I wrestled wasn't to win medals. The reason I wrestled was to improve. And each of you and all my fellow Olympians, all your family, all your support, thank you for being here. Thank you for participating, because the Olympics, and the reason the Olympics came about was to bring the world and bring your city, your family, everybody through sports. And that's why the Olympics was created, to help other countries compete in a friendly nature to see what we can do. And each and every one of you have a gift. You're very unique. You have strength, and you may need support. For me as a young child, I grew up the youngest of 9 kids, and when I was actually in first grade, they realized I had a learning disability. So I was put in special ed. And all the way through elementary, all the way through junior high, I couldn't beat my brother at wrestling. All the way until my senior year, I was second best in my own family, and then I didn't have a chance to wrestle and win state till my senior year. As I graduated, I went in and talked to the high school advisor, and they said, Rulon, you'll never graduate, you'll never go to college, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough. And I went home, and the one person in my life that believed in me was my mom. And she goes, Rulon, don't let anybody tell you what you can and cannot do. The only person in your life that's going to determine your destiny is you. My mom inspired me. Very true. Thank you. And the one junior college I had a chance to go to was Rick's College. And I asked my coach, I said, Coach, you watched me lose. I was 23 pins my senior year and 1 loss. You watched me lose the only match that I lost that year. I said, why? Why did you want me to come wrestle? You could have gotten the guy that beat me or anybody else. He goes, I didn't want him. He said, Rulon, with 2 seconds left in the match, you still believed you could win. I said, of course. He said, I know you have heart. And every one of you athletes, you have heart. He said, you have heart, and with my ability to coach you, I will make you a champion. I ended up winning the Junior College National Championship. I went to the University of Nebraska. I went all the way through. As I got to Nebraska, same thing. You have a learning disability, you'll never graduate, you'll never do it. And all I said is, you give me a chance, and I'll prove you wrong. And I went out there, I worked my butt off, and my senior year was the first year I wrestled during the summer. Growing up on the farm in Star Valley, we didn't wrestle. We worked on the farm. That's what we did. But I saw a big improvement, but it wasn't good enough to win an NCAA title. So as I failed at being a national champion, I had a goal, and that was to finish my degree. I never missed one class, one practice, one workout, because if I missed and I failed, I wouldn't let myself fail. And I continue to believe. I finally graduated my teaching degree, and then I thought, what about this Olympics? And I got exposed to it, and I got to work out with some of the best guys in the world. And in 2000, I had to beat 2 other Americans that were top 2 in the world. And my coach said, Rulon, it's not going to be easy, it's not going to be fun, but at the end of the day, you're going to learn more about yourself. And that's what it was about. And I finally made the Olympic team in 2000, and I wrestled. And if you families haven't seen it, look up my match. I wrestled a guy named Alexander Karelin, 13 years undefeated. 9-time world champion, never lost at the Olympics. His last match of his career, and 3 years previous, he threw me on my neck and broke my neck in 2 places. But as I got to the finals that year, my coach is like, Rulon, don't back down, don't give up, don't let him push you around. You show him what you can do. As I went through the match, I ultimately came out and I won it 1-0. First thing I did is I won the match, I lifted up and I threw something. What it was all the people in my life that told me I couldn't, I wouldn't, and I shouldn't. And I said, I can, I will, and I'm going to. That's what, to become a world champion. I beat him to become a world champ. 2 months later, I was snowmobiling back in Star Valley. Spent 18 hours at negative 25 below zero. I got frostbite. I'm pulling my snowmobile backwards. I fall into the river. I'm completely wet. It was supposed to be a quick ride, so I didn't wear my winter coat. I had a t-shirt, sweatshirt, and a fleece top. I spent 18 hours all night until the next morning, cold. My clothes froze to me. I got picked up at 10 o'clock in the morning. As they picked me up, they realized my core temperature was 80 degrees. As I got to the hospital, I had a foot of ice frozen in my boots. They finally got me in, pulled my boots off, and the doctor had to cut the boots off of my feet. He said, Rulon, your feet will be cut off within a week. You'll never walk, you'll never wrestle, you'll never do it. As I got to Idaho Falls there, my sister, a cardiologist, she'll hate if I say this, but her name was Scary Jerry. Why? Because she was scary. And I had a lot of patients say, your sister scared the crap out of me because she's not very nice. And I said, welcome to my life. So I had 4 sisters and 4 brothers. My sisters were tougher than any of us brothers. My sister, that was 2 years older, could pin me until I was a senior in high school. That's how it was. But my sister showed up. She said, Doctor, I've been doing this research. This is what we're going to do. I ended up going through 4 surgeries. I lost the middle toe on the right foot. I lost all the feeling in my feet. Came back and I started to train. My training partner won the Worlds. I walked back in. I started to wrestle, and I started to try to train. Fell 20 times the first practice. Got done with the practice. Everybody's like, Rulon, Byers, the world champ, you'll never beat him. 8 months later, I beat him. 2003, I made the world team. 2004, I made the Olympic team. I was the only American with 9 toes. I was the only American that didn't have feeling in his feet. I was the only American that year to make it to the medal round. I lost 1-1 in overtime. And as I lost the match, I came off, and the media all ran up. You're a failure. You're a loser. You didn't win a gold medal. I said, yeah. They're like, aren't you devastated? I said, yeah. They're like, well, you should be more emotional. I said, no. I've lost hundreds of matches in my life, and I've learned from every one of them. And those losses will make me better. And they're like, what are you going to do? I said, go win a bronze. The guy was 6'9", 8 inches taller than me that I beat to win the bronze, and I beat him 3-0 to become an Olympic bronze medalist. Each and every one of you have the ability to compete. Who cares what medal it is? Who cares what accomplishment? The thing that makes the Olympics special is the ability to go out, represent yourself, your family, enjoy the sport, take challenge in the sport. And you can do anything if you put your mind to it, and you can be the best you can ever be. All the best. Thank you. Hello, my fellow Olympians.
Thank you, Rulon. Special Olympics provides a year-round sports training and competition opportunities for children and adults with intellectual disabilities, not only here in Wyoming, but around the world. Here in Wyoming, we're proud to have 55 active programs with more than 2,000 athletes across our state. Athletes, we celebrate you, your dedication, determination, and countless hours of training have brought you to this moment. And we could not be more proud of your effort that you put into to prepare for this week's summer games. We also extend our heartfelt thanks to the coaches, the unified partners, the volunteers, and the supporters who give so generously of their time, energy, and even their money. Your commitment makes these opportunities possible and helps athletes shine both on and off the field of play. Let's take a moment to recognize everyone who makes these games so special. Let's give a huge round of applause. At this time, I would like to welcome Carrie Pilcher, one of our athletes' venue directors, who will now deliver the official's oath.
All right, can I ask all judges and officials to please stand? In the name of all judges and officials, I promise that we shall officiate this tournament with complete impartiality, respecting and abiding by the rules which govern them in the spirit of sportsmanship.
Thank you, Carrie. Now, please welcome Sophia Manarola from Cody, who will deliver the coach's oath.
Thank you. Can I have all coaches stand, please? In the name of all coaches and in the spirit of sportsmanship, I promise that we will act professionally, respect others, and ensure a positive experience for all. I promise to provide a quality sports opportunity in a safe environment for all athletes. Thank you.
Well done. Thank you, Sophia. Special Olympics athletes recite the athlete's oath at the opening ceremony of each competition to remind everybody, themselves included, that they're part of a brave tradition and that the goal to compete with their whole effort and to exhibit bravery by pushing themselves to even greater heights. Scott Lindgren from the Gillette Masters will now lead her fellow athletes in the athlete's oath.
Please repeat after me. Let me win. But if I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt.
Thank you, Scott. And now, please welcome LETR Athlete Ambassador for Area 3, Samantha Johnson, who will introduce the Guardians of the Flame.
As the world premieres grassroots fundraiser and awareness platform for Special Olympics, the Law Enforcement Torch Run, LETR, has been a pillar of Wyoming's community since its introduction by Officer Dale Stalder of the Laramie Police Department in 1987. What began as a single run has evolved into a powerful movement, with over 5,600 law enforcement members in Wyoming. Joining as the Guardians of the Flame to raise more than $2 million for local athletes. Lighting the Flame of Hope does more than mark the start of a competition. It serves as a global symbol of courage and a celebration of diversity. Today, this tradition continues as the Wyoming Law Enforcement Torch Run Guardians of the Flame and Gillette Masters athlete Danny Rootman and Kaylee Hayden ignite the torch. Illuminating the path towards the 2026 Summer State Games.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to give a special thanks to our health sponsors and partners, the Sheridan College Dental Hygiene Program for providing dental health screenings, Dr. Robert Grunfeld and Black Hills Orthopedic Spine Center for providing foot health screenings, and the Campbell County Health Collective for providing hearing screenings tomorrow. Make sure to stop by Healthy Athletes from 9 a.m. to noon at the rec center tomorrow to get your screenings. Ladies and gentlemen, first off, I want to again thank Mr. Rulon Gardner for coming, and what a great speech. Please join me in recognizing our Special Olympic athletes, coaches, volunteers. I declare the 2026 Special Olympics Wyoming State Summer Games open. Good luck, and remember, be brave in the attempt. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.